What's up, E-Fam? I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're out to subscribe, welcome back. From the title, you know what we're talking about today. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to react to this video before the end of the video. And if you're thinking about being a parent or already a parent, please watch to the end. Let's get into the video. I know before I did a video talking about my birth control, the type of birth control I was using, which is Depo. And I told y'all a little about my giving birth experience, but I really didn't get into detail because I wasn't really ready to speak on it like that. But now I'm here. Let's speak on it. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna give y'all a little summary of my pregnancy. It was a kind of smooth pregnancy for the most part. I had on and off cravings, on and off appetite, the stuff that I liked before pregnancy, I didn't like during pregnancies. I might crave something one minute, I didn't want it the next minute, stuff like that as far as food. Nausea, throwing up and stuff. I did experience that from time to time, but the only thing I didn't like about it was that it was random. I didn't like about that. Like, it's like you could be good right now and then an hour later you throwing up. I didn't like that. I had little cramps here and there at the beginning of the pregnancy. I had a doctor, so when you get pregnant and stuff, you're gonna have a doctor assign. They're gonna assign you a doctor, and then you have to have your weekly, monthly checkups and stuff like that. So I stayed on top of my checkups, so I didn't really have any issues there. And that's like for the most part until I got further along in my pregnancy, and I started gaining more weight. Feet was swole. Started getting headaches, dizzy spells, stuff like that. And then further along, like I was like I think it was 6 months. One day I was at work, I received a call from my doctor. I ended up not answering. They left a voicemail as emergency. Ebony called me back. So I get them a call back and they told me I had placenta previa. So placenta previa is when the placenta is covering the cervix. At the time, they put me on bed rest. I'm not gonna lie, I cried like a baby because the doctor was basically telling me, like, it's either you or the baby. You know, stay on bed rest, no sex, no moving around too much, stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, I cried like a big ass baby down there every day. Because it's kind of scary for me because it's like either me and my baby can go, like, and then on top of that, I was trying my best to not stress because I knew, like, I'm carrying another human in my belly and I didn't want to lose my baby. Like, I really did not want to lose my baby. And then at the time I felt like I needed a child only because of what I was already battling with personally and stuff like that. I felt like at the time, that was my love, you know, the love that I needed in my life. So I did not want to lose my baby. So I was really struggling with trying to, like, be healthy, eat the right foods and stuff like that, and not stress and not be too emotional, because back then I was just like on some shit like whatever I'm feeling, my baby is feeling, and I didn't want that. Like, I had cut out a lot of stuff because I wanted my baby to be good when she get here. So, I was scared. So as it got close to my due date, they gave me 3 different due dates. First, it was for my last period. Then they said from this ultrasound, this, and then for this ultrasound, this. So I'm like, y'all need to get together. When my baby supposed to come? Went to the hospital because I was having I kept having like minor cramps, and I ended up going to the hospital on and off, and they kept telling me, you know, there's bracts in his, you know, it's not really contractions or some stuff they were saying. They put me on the machine to see if I was having contracting and stuff like that. So I ended up not being contracted. So skip to getting close to the due date. So now I ain't gonna lie. Towards the end of the pregnancy, I was just getting frustrated. I was all ready for my baby to come. I know people can really relate to this. Like, by the end of the pregnancy, you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be ready for your baby to come. But then again, I was scared at the same time because I didn't know what was gonna happen. So I would say after the third due date, so they had me like 3 different due dates. After that time, I went to the hospital from having those contractions. I was like, I'm not leaving. I told them I'm not leaving till she's here. They did an ultrasound and they was like, well, you're full term. Let's get you going. They broke my water. They asked me did I want epidural. Basically it's this liquid shit that come in a little tube thing. And they poke you in the back. They put that shit in my back. I was boohoo crying. They told me to let them know. When I'm having a contraction, I let them know. It's like they did it every time I had a contraction. They're not supposed to do it every time I had a contraction, but I felt like they did it every time I had a contraction. So yes, that was very, very painful. So afterwards, basically the epidural is supposed to numb you. I think it was from the belly on down, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I got an epidural. They put some stuff in the tubes and they had it without trying to help me dilate, but I wasn't dilated. I was stuck at 3 centimeters. I was in so much pain. I don't know what the hell the epidural hadn't even kicked in yet. I don't know what the hell they had to put in the tubes, but I was in so much pain. I didn't want to be bothered. Nothing was funny to me at the moment. You know, my child's father was trying to make me laugh. I couldn't even really laugh. I was in so much pain. So during that time, y'all ain't gonna really want nobody around y'all like that. That pain is no joke. Like, you ain't gonna want nobody to piss you off. You ain't gonna want nobody to talk to you. Get the fuck away. Okay? But, yeah, so it's very painful. I ain't gonna lie, I cried. Like I said, the epidural had me crying like a baby. Like, snot coming out my motherfucking nose. This shit hurt. Contractions. So after a while, I signed a paper to get a C-section. Booyah. So, yeah, so I had to get a C-section. Basically, they cut me open. Boom, my baby was born. I was boohoo crying. They was pulling out because I felt the pressure in them pull her out. But my baby started crying, so I started crying. Yeah. And before they even did the C-section, they kept coming in the room saying my blood pressure was going up and stuff like that. I was starting to get all these problems as it got closer and closer for me to give birth. So I was like, I'm ready. I ain't gonna lie, when I signed the papers, I was really, really scared, but nobody couldn't tell because I was trying to hold it together for my baby. I did a good job. Boom, my baby is here. Okay, so I would say the first couple of weeks after having my baby, I got on Depo. Depo. Like I tell you all the time, I don't regret nothing in life. I feel like life's based off lessons. Mistakes, lessons, you know, if we don't make no mistakes, we ain't gonna learn. We don't make no mistakes. So I usually try not to regret stuff in life, but I do regret getting the epidural, and I do regret, I kind of regret getting the C-section, but then again, I'm kind of grateful, like me and my baby is alive, so I don't really too much regret the C-section. But I do regret epidural, and I'm gonna let y'all know why. It's because I'm still having back pain to this day, and I was not experiencing these pains before I gave birth. So yeah, that's why I regret it. I'm talking about these back pains it feel like somebody's taking a taser and going down my back. You know, I can't stand up for long periods of time. It's really, really bad. And I've been experiencing it ever since I gave birth. I can't really move around too much. And I told my doctors, like, I have a doctor appointment, like yearly, you know, doctor appointment, annual doctor appointment. But when I have stuff seriously going on with me, or if I just want to get like a random checkup, I always just, you know, make an appointment, and I let them know. And they always tell me, you know, they tell me, oh, that happens after giving birth and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, and stuff like that. So now it's to the point, wait, before I get into that part, okay, the epidural. Okay, so a couple of weeks after giving the birth, I got on Depo, which I already mentioned. The first 3 months, I bled nonstop. First 2 weeks after having my baby, I had heavy cycles. I let the whole 3 months straight. I let the doctors know. They said it was okay. You know, it's normal. Boom. So I was getting a shot every 3 months only because I did not want to get pregnant. Yeah. Yeah. So my emotions, I would say my emotions was everywhere after giving birth. Honestly, it really didn't sit well with me. Like, I really couldn't believe I had just brought another human in the world. I didn't know. It was like a weird feeling I had got. And I was trying to explain this feeling to people. I know my mom understood because she experienced that. She had 4 kids. So she kind of know what I'm talking about. At the time, she knew exactly what I was talking about. It was just a weird feeling, like I was not myself. I was not feeling like myself at all. I didn't know what the hell was going on with me. Like, I didn't know what the fuck feeling it was. I was letting my doctors know, but when I tell them little stuff, it's like they look at me like I was crazy. So I had like kind of like stopped telling them stuff. And I'm like, I don't want them to like put me on nothing and put me in these crazy homes. So that's why I was thinking at the end. I was young, you know, I was saying early 20s at the time. I was young. Yeah, I was letting them know the feeling I was having. They was asking me all these questions about, do I think about killing myself and stuff like that, like to go on. They was asking me crazy questions. And I was just like on some stuff like, it wasn't that I didn't think about killing myself because at the time I was so attached to my baby. Like I said, that was the love I needed in my life at the time. I was so attached. So I didn't want to leave her. As soon as I had my baby, give me my baby. Like, that was my baby. So I knew I didn't want to leave her. I couldn't leave her. So I wasn't thinking suicide. I was just thinking like, what am I doing? Like, I really just did this. Like, I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to be bothered like that. I just didn't want, like, my baby was crying. I started crying. My emotions was all over the place. That's why after you give birth, it's good to have a good support system. It's really good to have a good support system. Yeah, my emotionally, like, I was everywhere, physically, mentally, and emotionally. My emotions was everywhere. Yeah, and it's like I still to this day, I still don't feel like myself like that. It's like I got myself back a little bit, but I still don't fully feel like myself. It's like it's slowly but surely getting there. Yeah, I feel like after giving birth, life is not the same for you. And then I go into my modes that I'm depressed, you know, with life itself, and then stuff that was going on around me. I was really depressed, and then it's like my baby was, like I said, the love I needed at the moment, and that's what made me I was really attached to my baby. I kept back to the birth control. I kept getting the birth control. I did like the bleeding. That was one issue. I started having cramps, chest pains, and all types of stuff. I gained hella weight. After my baby, I was slowly going back to my normal size that I was before I had her. But once I got on depot, I kept repeating in my shots, I gained hella weight. And then on top of that, I was emotionally, you know, eating. I was eating and stuff like that. So I wasn't keeping up, like, eating healthy too much and stuff like that. So that I gained weight from that as well. Appetite was on and off. Hella back pains, chest pains, and I was still having contractions even after a year after having my baby. I still was having contractions. So I told the doctors about that. They told me it's normal. It's normal. And I'm like, this can't be normal. This can't be fucking normal. So the contractions had stopped happening for a while. Then they started back up. Told my doctors again. They gave me an ultrasound. They seen nothing. It stopped again. Started back up. They did an ultrasound. They said it's nothing. Now it's to the point now where I'm at today. Cycle is irregular. Heavy cycle. Stuff like that. So, I'm not gonna lie, I cried about this so much because I'm like, something is going on with me, and I feel like they're not telling me what's going on. And we doing the ultrasounds, but they're saying they're not seeing something. And I'm telling them that I'm not feeling like myself ever since I gave birth. It's like, I'm not like, you know how they say you when you get old, your body just had all these aches. Ever since I gave birth, my body has not been the same. I randomly catch Charlie horses. I have, like I said, I cannot stand up for long periods of time. And I be telling people, I can't. They be like, girl, you're not old. And I'm like, bro, I can't. I literally, if I keep standing up, my back would have this sharp ass pain and I can't move after that. So, yeah, I feel like my body hasn't been the same since I gave birth. And I gave birth 7 years ago. I gave birth 7 years ago. And it's like, to this day, my emotions are still all over the place. Like, when my baby is sick or something, I'm boohoo crying. Like, I'm just so big on trying to protect my baby. My baby is sick. I'm taking her to hospitals. I'm fucking snapping on their ass because my baby is sick. My baby need to get better. Okay? Stuff like that. Like, becoming a mom for the first time was a crazy but great experience, because the experience, bringing life in this world, is beautiful. And I don't think it's valued like that in today's world. I think people just take it as, oh, we just popping out babies. But they're not know we're sacrificing sacrificing us, ourselves, bringing our kid in the world, because it's like a life or death situation. And I don't think people value that. Yeah, so like I said, if you're first time or already a parent, you kind of got a feeling of what I'm what I experienced or what I'm talking about. I would say try to reach out. Like, we don't know a lot of stuff, so it'd be best to try to like research or reach out to doctors and other facilities that help when it comes to having children and stuff like that, because we only know the basis, and we use common sense if you got common sense, but we don't know everything. We're human. But yeah, like I said, my body hasn't been the same, and my baby is 7 years old. And like I said, I do not regret my child at all. I do regret epidural, so if I do decide to give birth again, I probably won't get epidural. I will hope it goes smooth so I don't have to get epidural, but like I said, I'm still dealing with it. And I've heard your back don't go back, once you get the epidural, don't go back the same. So that's kind of scary and hurtful to me, because it's like I feel handicapped. That's why I try my best to stay up and moving, because yeah, I don't want my body to get to the point where I have to need wheelchairs and stuff. Like, I can't be in no wheelchair. I can't be, no offense to people in a wheelchair, but I can't be pushing no wheels. I'm too lazy for that. Okay? I would say have a good support system. If you're in a relationship or marriage at the time, fellas, if you're watching this video, be there. Try your best to be there for your lady, your wife, your girlfriend. If you don't have the answers, it's okay. Try to get the answers. It takes two. Especially being first-time parents and all that, we don't have the answers. So it's best for us to communicate the best way we can and try to help each other out. Be a team, stuff like that. Fellas, try to take the load off the mothers. The mothers, we're going to be mom at the end of the day. We're going to always kids. We're going to want our babies. But mothers, please, because I made this mistake too. It's okay to take a break from your baby. It's okay to let dad hold a baby for a few hours while you take a nap. It's okay. I get it. But that's the mistake I made. I felt like I could do it all. I felt like I didn't need a break. And yes, I did. I need them naps caught up to me. I wasn't taking them naps, but that sleep caught up to me. Baby, it did. So, support system, getting help. I would say I kind of knew a lot of, so I knew the basics when it came to parenting, but I didn't know how to get my emotions together and still be a first time mom. I did not know that. Yeah, currently I'm no longer on birth control. Birth control is not good for us. Our body was made to reproduce and stuff like that. So that's why we experience certain things that we experience. But I'm here to tell you birth control is not good for us, ladies. And I know we get on it to prevent certain stuff. We don't want to get pregnant and stuff like that. I totally get it. Like I said, if y'all want to use it, go right ahead. You know, everyone is grown. Everybody made their own decisions. But me, personally, I feel like it's not good for us. And it wasn't good for me. Based on my experience, it was not good for me. It would work for a certain amount of time. And after a while, we started developing other issues with our bodies. But I'm trying to make sure I cover everything. As far as I just want to give y'all a little summary of my experience after giving birth. Like I say, I still randomly have the contractions, but I feel like it's 2 times worse now than when it was when I was preparing for labor. I'm let y'all know that if you, mom, watching this and you gave birth and all that and you experienced that, and if you ever came back from it, please let me know. Reach out to me on my social media or comment below. I just want to hear different moms' experiences. And, yeah, because I'm still experiencing it to this day. So that's why I know something's going on with me. And I do be on top of the doctors. I do be letting them know. But, yeah, it's still going on. I think did I do it? Did I talk about everything? And it's good, like, to find other moms. Like, if you becoming a mom or already a mom, it's good to interact with other moms or, like, find groups, mom support groups with positive people, of course, not negative Nancy's. To keep you uplifted, because sometimes it can get hard. Like, it can, and not just with being a mom, it's just with doing life and being a mom. That what makes it, hard to juggle, hard to maintain. It's life. We're human. It can get pretty stressful at times. And it's like, we don't want our kids to see us crying and down and stuff like that. So we ain't gonna cry in front of them, but sometimes it can get hard because you gotta think about it. You're trying to be a mom. You're a mom 24/7. That's never going to change. You're a mom here. And then you have you. Like me. I have Ebony. I have my mental emotion, physical self here. I need to get all that together and then still have to be a mom. It can be draining at times only because life is here. Being a mom is here. So it's always good to have positive people around you that keep you going. Like, it's always good to have that. Like, I'm at a point in my life where I'm really taking care of myself mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's coming together for me. I'm really getting Ebony together. Everybody know how Ebony can be. But I'm really getting myself together, and I just felt like I really need to share this because I know there's a lot of moms out here that experience the same thing I experienced or close to it. And I just felt like get on here, like really say like you are not alone. Like we're not alone. It's best to like hang around other moms because they understand. They will understand you. Not saying other women that's not moms may not understand. May understand you a little bit, but to actually fully understand someone, you have to really have experienced something close to it or experience the situation yourself. Okay, to get like somewhat understanding of it. So yeah, I might do a part 2 if I leave some out. I think I discussed everything. All thing I can leave off with saying we have to really take care of ourselves because the older we get, the more problems we get. And like I said, it's always good to have a good support system. After having one child, do I want more kids? I think I discussed that in the video about me. Do I want more kids? Yes, which this is another video. If I want to have a family, yes, I want more kids. I don't want to. Life happens, of course. My current situation, it happens, but I don't want to just be having kids just to having kids, and then having kids with someone that don't want to either be with me or be in the same household to help take care of the kid, or outside. I understand you can be outside of the household and help take care of the kid, but it's different when it's a mom and dad in the household, the same household. Yeah, I'm very careful when it comes to having kids now, and I guess we gotta see what life brings. But I would like, but life happens. It happens, or it don't. But I would love to have at least 2 more. But yeah, like I said, if y'all experience something close to what I experienced, please let me know. I want to hear y'all stories. Please write me. I love hearing stuff like that. Like, please write below, write me. Like, I need to see how y'all came back from this, because I really tried my best to get my body back together in this. As far as losing weight, that's coming about, but it's like the pain. Like, I need this pain gone, baby. I feel like somebody has threw a whole bunch of rocks at my ass. Okay? So, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, I might do a part 2, because I'm going to rewatch the video because I got to edit it. So, I might do a part 2 if I left anything out. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you like share your experience, if you did a birth story or life after giving birth, please put your links below. I don't mind watching them. Send me your links. I want to watch people's birth stories. I watch birth stories all the time on YouTube. More videos coming soon. Until we meet again.